just keeping that very, very high level.
Okay.
So when we look at it, clearly, if you look at the specifically player like Amazon's and player like Microsoft Azure and so on, they're quite heavily in terms of the public cloud and so on for a larger organization. So if you are a SMEs, if you're a small or a medium-term businesses, it may suit you to actually move through their journey. And I think the Google Cloud is another one as well. So it would be easier journey in that terms. But when you actually probability with an enterprise like larger banks, you probably you will end up with some of the private cloud as well, because either your specific requirement in terms of the business sensitivity in certain areas, you're not yet ready to move or not take the business with you on that one. So your probability is in a larger enterprises, you will end up with a hybrid computing, a hybrid cloud, and so on, that infrastructure. And this is where people like VMware, which are one of the key players into it. HP is another one coming into it. So you will have those type of people as well coming into it. So it wasn't questions that if you look at the market share, yes, AWS have the largest market share in cloud today. And Microsoft will come second into it, but you do need to look at it, because this is a very good question, and I was thinking about this earlier this morning. That when you look at the players here, because in endgame you're looking at the servers, you're looking at storage, and you're looking at the network, and that's where you are clearly look at. So who is provided today? They're provided by IBM, they're provided by HP. They're provided by people like Cisco as well. Cisco, by the way, is one of the fairly important player on a private cloud. So they're clearly, so there is a people who are already doing some of those things, and then have to actually continue to enhance their model to go through it. People like Oracle comes into it, and they're just sort of moving in, because that clearly back to the servers, back to the databases and storage, they are also in that business as well. But so they come through it, and then the two key players who actually, or two big market leaders at the moment, both AWS, Amazon, and Microsoft, they clearly started with a e-commerce utility, m-commerce utility, etc., and on the back of that, they are actually selling these things into it. So let me turn the question around a bit. Can AWS support a massive? Can AWS support some of the complex requirements of the larger institution? To some extent, yes, and they are actually progressing into it. But you want to go with somebody where you already have some track record, so you want to move it that way around into it. And that's where I see, so let's ask the other way question around. Can AWS and Microsoft can provide the hybrid clouds, frameworks and so on, and complexity, can they support? Yes, over the time, they all are actually looking into it. And that's why you have to watch out this convergence infrastructure, which I was highlighting it earlier to you. Yeah. Okay. So you have to watch out, but that's a journey. I think people will actually go and get there. But that's where it how to look at through, because this would be a significant investment, significant undertaking. So you have to look at it. Will this allow us to actually take it through this thing? And this is where one has to actually this plays the key